Hi there, welcome back to Loops by Lisa, and in today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to slowly do the single crochet stitch. To begin our single crochet stitch, we're first going to create a slip knot, and if you're unsure how to do this, check out my video down below on how to create a slip knot and chain. And now for the purpose of this video, we're going to chain 10. To chain, you want to have your hook facing upwards, put the yarn around it, rotate it down, and slowly pull through that loop. Again, hook up, yarn around, hook down, and pull through the loop. To begin single crocheting, we're going to enter our crochet hook into the second chain. To find the second chain, you're going to count 1, 2. We're skipping the first one because it doesn't count, and we're going to enter our hook into the second one. So you should see a little hole right here, and that's where we're going to enter your hook. Once you enter your hook into that hole, you should have a total of 2 loops on your hook. We're going to move the hook up and wrap the yarn around it, rotate it down, and slowly pull through the first loop. We're going to push our hook back up, wrap the yarn around it, rotate it down, and this time we're going to pull through both of the loops. I'm going to repeat the same thing in the next chain. Once again, we're going to enter our hook into this hole. Wrap the yarn around, rotate your hook down, pull through 1, you're left with 2, wrap the yarn around, hook down, pull through both. Now we're going to enter our hook into the next chain. So these are the single crochet stitches that we've made so far. And when you're entering your crochet hook, you want to be sure you're entering it into the next chain. It may be confusing because the crochet stitch created another hole, so you're tempted to put your hook into here, but you want to make sure you're always entering it in the chain right next door to it. So we're going to enter our hook into the next chain. Wrap the yarn around our hook and pull through the first loop. Wrap the yarn around again and pull through both. Insert our hook. Once you've made it to the end of your first row, you should have a pattern that looks something like this. And now I'm going to transition to my next row. In order to do this, we're going to first chain 1 and turn our work. We're going to enter our hook into the first stitch. And when you rotate it, you can see that the single crochet stitches create somewhat of a braid, and each stitch looks like a V. So this is where we're going to enter our hook, into these two strands. So I'm going to enter my hook into that first V, which is right here. We're going to enter our hook, and now you should have a total of 2 loops. The first loop is a little thicker because remember, this is the V that we just entered into. Once you have that, we're going to repeat the same thing that we've been doing. So we're going to put the yarn over our hook and pull through that first loop, that first thick loop. And now you should have a total of 2 loops on your hook. And now we're going to put the yarn over and pull through both. We're going to repeat the same step in the next stitch. Once again, we're going to enter our crochet hook into that V. Creates 2 strands right here. This is what it should look like. We're going to place the yarn around it, pull through that V. Should have 2 left. Yarn over again, pull through both. In our next stitch, we're going to enter a hook here, yarn over, pull through the first one, yarn over, pull through both. When you've completed the end of your row, you should have something that looks like this. And now we're going to transition to the next row. So once again, we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. And you're going to repeat the same stitch for the rest of your rows. So now that we have 2 rows, it may look confusing on where we're supposed to be entering our hook. But remember, we're always entering into the top row. So as you can see here, this is our first stitch. It looks like a V, as I showed you last time, and that's where we want to be entering our hook, into that V. And you want to make sure that you're catching both strands of the V. You don't want to be entering into one, you want to be entering into both. So I've entered into both, put the yarn around, rotate it down, and pull through. As you complete your single crochet stitches, you should have a pattern that looks something like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.